Illinois Republican Senator Charles Percy, speaking at Founders Day convocation at Roanoke College, proposed a so-called Union for Progress, under which state, federal, and local governments would team with industry to solve problems. Percy has been mentioned as a possible GOP presidential candidate. He said he hopes President Johnson gets his proposed corporate and personal income tax increases. Percy called for passage of fair housing legislation and mentioned places in which federal spending could be cut.
First, I think austerity in certain phases of our federal programs. I think austerity in space and public works and agriculture, overseas commitments. I think we ought to bring, for instance, 60% of our European forces back, saving $2 billion, and let the European nations rely more on their own resources for their own defense rather than on just American boys. I hope he will outline a whole new approach to welfare. I think it's been a miserable failure for 30 or 40 years. We've had 3 and 4 generation relief cases. We're too quick with a government handout rather than the kind of a helping hand that enables a person to stand on his own feet with a sense of dignity and self-respect. Fifth, therefore, I hope that we're going to offer our minorities and our black populations in this country a chance to become a part of the economic and social fiber of the country through ownership of their own homes, ownership of their own businesses, ownership of their own financial institutions. And I think the business community should dedicate itself to providing technical assistance to our 22 million blacks in this country, just as we have, at the end of World War II, provided $110 billion since then in technical assistance to our enemies to rebuild them, our allies to build them, and developing nations. We have a whole developing nation of American citizens in this country, and we need nation building at home first, ahead of nation building abroad.